how do we draw a line between culture and eye service? You know how it's culturally accepting to prostrate, to kneel in reverence of somebody in authority, or somebody we respect, somebody who's older. But when the line seems to be blurred between authority, position, and age, how do you, as a cultural and traditional person, somebody who, especially in the Yoruba culture, you know, how do you see this and not see it as eye service? How do you see this and see it as culture displayed, being displayed? Is there any way this can be seen as, okay, this is just people respecting the governor, or people playing eye service?
Respecting the governor, for me, is different to what they're doing. You see, if I'm coming to greet the governor and I prostrate, that's different. I want to, because I respect his position. Okay. If I have seemingly offended, or one of us has seemingly offended, and by saying the truth, and then I come and prostrate, that's eye service.
And you don't know it's the truth yet. It's still an allegation. We don't know it's the truth yet. It's still an allegation.
That's why I put.
And so how would you?
That's
know?
why I put it in inverted commas. The Adedayo guy is making this allegation.
The governor has refuted it.
Oh, the governor has refuted it.
So I can still prostrate for him.
No,
to greet.
For what?
To greet.
To apologize for what you are not supposed to have said. You are apologizing for another person that did not come with you. 1. 2. 9 times out of 10, they are probably part of the people that gossiped with the Adedayo. Yeah. Governor. So Adedayo is the one that now came out.
Yes, came out. The confident one. He built.
They now went behind his back and went, this is how I am reading it, or my before. So they now went and they started prostrating. We are not there, we're not. And he said, I'm sorry to say it, but that's a Yoruba attitude.
Yeah, that's eye service in our culture.
I will give you my father's story.
I beg to differ. How can you say eye service is our culture? What is that? I take exception to that statement.
We are
and they'll be greeting you. They'll be insulting you and be greeting you. We know, we do it.
Part of the culture, there must be a reason why it was used, but let's...
My father, you know, when he was alive, before he died, a few years, he used to like to come out on the balcony and just be taking breeze. You will pass and you see him sitting on the balcony. But every time he came out, there were some people selling Igbo in his compound. Plenty. Then plenty people will come. Or his women, they were his women. Then the people sleeping with the women will come. All of them were outside. When he comes out, hey, fella, papa, hey, fella. Every time. And I'm sure he knew that half of them were killing him.
Yeah.
So, you know, he now do not hail me. If you hail me, if you call my name, bim, when you see me on my balcony, I'll walk you out of my compound. Because he had realized that a lot of them that were doing all that hailing were the people that were stabbing him in his back. So that's my advice to the governor of Ogun State. With all due respect, when they come and prostrate like that, tell them to stand up and drive them away. Say you have heard.
Let me take this call from Ghani and I'll come to you, Mariam. Good morning, Ghani. Thanks for calling.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, gentle ladies. The issue is not prostration or petition. Hello?
Yes, go ahead. We're listening.
The issue is not the petition or the prostration. The issue is the development in Ogun State. Go to the Adedayo local government area of Ogun State. The roads are dilapidated from Adedayo to Owode, from Adedayo to Badagry, from Aton to Adedayo, Agbara. All those places are unpassable. There is underdevelopment, if there is anything at all. The fact is that the money belonging to the local government doesn't go to them. It is not the issue of whether the man petitioned. That is only one local government in Ogun State. And we are talking of 18 local governments, or how many do we have there? From Ilaro to Owode, you cannot pass it. From even to, Ota, from Ota headquarters to Idiroko, the border town, the governor went there only once to campaign. And unfortunately, the largest number of votes he garners from the last local government election, the government election, is from that place. What have we done to this government? And this is the worst governor we have ever had in Ogun State since 1976. there is no development at all. Road is very important. The man has abandoned that place. I'm not talking of whether these people went there.
Thank you very much, Gani.
Why should I prostrate for my colleague?
Thank you very much, Gani. So Gani has told us that it's not about this prostration. The real issue is that did money for the local government really, according to him, was not provided?
So the chairperson, the chairman for Ijebu East local government, that's why he's speaking up. And I just also want to, I'm reading the story and listening to this story. I want to commend him for doing what he's done, for separating himself in politics like this. Because he had first written a letter to a former governor so that former governor could use his influence to appeal to the governor. One, for the people, and also, he also said for the party, because it will make the party look bad. So for me, this is a man that has done it the proper way, without eye service. So he had gone to an elder statesman, spoken to him, can you have a conversation with him? Maybe he would listen to you. And when it looked like it was not going anywhere, now we've taken it legally, we have taken it to EFCC and ICPC. And I think that that's the way we should look at it. And if the governor has nothing to be afraid of, if he knows that he's done his part and he's handed over the money for, for this development,
so this one's prostrating.
He would even be more vindicated. He's saying, it's true. Let's go this route so that we can find exactly who the person or group of people who have diverted these funds. The truth is, for people that live in Ogun State, they can name many places where they haven't seen development.
YK is here every day now.
Exactly. So there is it's not as if this man has cooked up a story out of nowhere. We have money, but look at the area. So obviously there's a lapse somewhere, and we have to figure it out.
YK on this show, her banter, at least 8 out of 10 of your banter is about your road in Dago. So there's some facts.
The under of my car is due like
let me take this call. I'll come to you, Tokwe. Good morning. Thanks for calling.
Yes, good morning, everyone.
You're live.
Morning,
Go ahead,
ladies.
please.
Yes. Let's take it from this angle. There's insecurity. There is underdevelopment across the country, and everything. And everybody looks at Abuja. And I usually say it's because the governors are not doing anything. Just look at this for insecurity. All of us who are in Lagos, we know what Babbage used to be. Everybody used to put Babbage to defecate, to pray, to do. But because of the development at Babbage, it is secure. Now, the governors, including the Ogun State governor, is not releasing funds. And there's no development. And then somebody raised his voice, the others went to prostrate. Over what? So if they work in, let's say any bank, I withdraw that. That's bad for them. So if anybody works somewhere in a corporate organization, and the leadership is not doing something right, you'll be going there to prostrate? How do we move forward? The governor sat down there like the king of who? I mean, this is rubbish. It's a slap on the faces of the people they represent.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you very much.
I was going to talk about how it would look if the all the governors of the states in Nigeria now go and meet the president and prostrate to apologize for one governor who they felt was making a statement that they feel is not right. It is not. They won't even do that.
Yeah.
Each governor, it would water down your role as a governor to go and prostrate to the president. And that's the same way, this is the same equal stance. Presidential jurisdiction, governorship jurisdiction, and local government jurisdiction. Everybody has their own powers, and it shouldn't be seen to be doing that kind of thing. But in talking about deliverables to the state, I took a story a few months ago about a local government in Ogun State that they said the doctors have abandoned the hospitals because the hospital had broken down. It was raining into the hospitals themselves. And so they were breaking down. I had to go online and break down the states. And these are within local government area. Yewa North local government, Shagamu, Ifo, Odeda. You would find that the primary health centers in those local rural areas have inadequate manpower and poor infrastructure. These primary health centers fall under the jurisdiction of the local
Local
government.
Exactly.
Primary schools fall under the jurisdiction of the local government. We don't even look to the local government anymore. And they are meant to be the one to handle things like
Exactly. So we have to wrap up because I mean I have Tijani from Otta on the line. But the truth is that we can talk all day about the prostration, but the real issue is that these various local governments are not getting the funds required. Let me take Tijani, our final call on this segment, and we wrap up. Good morning, Tijani.
My name is Mr. Kilani.
Kilani? Oh, okay. They'll change it.
Mr. Kilani, yes. Hello?
Yes, you're live. Go ahead, sir.
Mr. Okay. Good morning, madam.
Yes. Good morning, sir.
Ogun State, Ogun State local government people, they are staff. You understand? I'm going to use that word. If you come to Alakone, come to Aputi, come to, can you hear me?
Yes, please go ahead.
Can you go to Arifanla, go to all those interlands, you will see that Ogun State government is doing nothing. You understand? We are living here. We couldn't use our cars and our benches. We have to Tokada so many times. I have my vehicle, I have my for more than 2 years. They couldn't attend the road. All roads in Ogun State, they are just very bad roads. You understand? And people are there collecting money, collecting taxes, collecting here and there, all those union here and there. Please, talk with the state of the program. They should do something with those local government people.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kilani. We have to wrap up on this.
You see, the thing is, the people from these local governments, sorry, I have to say this, are frustrated. I am one of the people. We are frustrated because this work is not getting done. So please, they have to find a way to get this thing.
For him to come yesterday, hopefully, maybe it's the ripple effect of the letter. It's already working.
Let's not just talk about
this morning when I heard.
Well, it's not just Ogun State. Many states in Nigeria, the story carried that majority, only 2 states in Nigeria actually send money directly to the local government. Only 2 states in Nigeria. The local government chairman get their money as allocated. Every other state in Nigeria do not give local government the exact money that was allocated to them by the federal government. So let's put that in perspective. But the report by Premium Times carried the fact that all the primary health care centers that were visited in Ogun State, they lacked well-equipped laboratories. They lacked suction machines for new babies and other equipment for standard healthcare delivery. If you have a baby that has a crisis in local government, the primary health care center cannot deal with it, and they are a long distance from general hospitals. These are the issues that are making probably the Ijebu East local government person to speak up concerning why, because he's the one that's getting blamed when things like this happen.
I'm also happy that I feel that Mr. Wale Adedayo, that the Ijebu East local government chairman, has set a precedent. Like I said in the beginning, there are a lot of people, especially at the grassroots, who do not understand the democratic process. Now they understand that they have the powers. They can write a petition, they can ask to see the governor, and they can also write petition to EFCC to investigate.
EFCC should be even arrest anybody who goes to prostrate.
Well, we have to wrap up. But I think some states who don't send money to local government. I mean, I know I've heard in the past where they actually, some of them deduct the salaries of workers in the local governments from the, because all salaries come from the state. So there are different reasons why some local government don't get money directly, but that's not our focus today. But either way, we have to wrap up on this. But the conversation really is about how we differentiate from culture, eye service, and the constitutional requirements of the local government compared to the state governor. So those are the issues we're trying to understand. We're hoping that going forward, each of the
Calabar and his eye services specialist.
Going forward, each of the.
Your manager is watching. Why
can I wrap up this segment? We are hoping that going forward, lessons learned will be that all the independent arms of government will understand their roles, respect their roles, and deliver the dividends of democracy to the people.